One great mystery here in Washington, D.C. is the persistent refusal of those on the left to abandon what is clearly not true. Why do they keep insisting that the means of reducing the burden of poverty is more government spending? This lie entrenched in the 1960s under President Lyndon B. Johnson.
And this administration today, here and now, declares unconditional war on poverty in America.
Yet, despite tens of trillions of spending since then, the conviction of progressives is that poverty can be wiped out with tens of trillions more government spending. Now we face the latest round of this misguided lie with the expansion of the child tax credit in the Build Back Better Act. Whew, thank God it's derailed, thanks to Senator Joe Manchin. But fellow Democrats are now all over Senator Manchin for allegedly not caring about child poverty. President Biden's so-called Build Back Better Act would have increased the credit from $2,000 per child to $3,000 or $3,600 for children under 6. Yet in a particularly destructive move, the BBB detached work requirements from receiving the child tax credit, which a team of University of Chicago economists estimated would result in 1.5 million parents leaving the workforce. More government, less work. This is somehow the answer that Democrats keep saying is serving us up, that is helping us, that's going to build a better future for our nation. It is becoming more obvious by the day that Democrats have used LBJ's war on poverty not to improve the lives of the poor, but as a weapon to dramatically expand government in the lives of the non-poor. These progressives, the more you listen to them, and the more you delve into their legislative agenda, you find out that a whole lot of things don't interest them at all. You know, a little more than a decade ago, Ron Haskins and Isabel Sawhill at the Brookings Institution publicized what they called the success sequence. The success sequence consists of 3 steps in behavior to avoid poverty. Complete at least a high school education, work full-time, and wait until you're 21 before getting married and then having children. According to testimonies that Haskins in 2012 gave before the United States Senate, those following this success sequence have a 2% chance of being in poverty and a 75% chance of reaching the middle class. Oh, but the success sequence doesn't much interest progressives because the focus is about individuals taking personal responsibility for their lives in a free country. The personal responsibility part and the free country part, there's little standing in the Democrat Party today. Also of little interest to the progressives, that is just larding down our economy with massive amounts of government spending. It just retards the economic growth. Why would anyone slow economic growth and think then it's good for the poor? You know, one big challenge for Americans to allow themselves to be convinced by these progressives that government is the answer to anyone's life's problems is that our society then becomes more unlikely to live in a society of faith and religion. The very pillars which provide the light and principles for individuals to take control of their own lives. New data from the Pew Research Center shows the toll that secularization and progressivism is taking on our country. According to Pew, 63% of Americans in 2021 identified as Christians, compared to 78% in 2007. In 2021, 29% of Americans indicated that they have no religion, compared to 16% in 2007. In 2007, 56% of Americans said religion was very important in their lives. Yet by 2021, this was down to 41%. If as a nation, we really have desire to help folks in need, whether the need is childcare or to escape poverty, perhaps rather than allow politicians to expand government reach, we should again recall and memorize the words of America's first president, George Washington, in his farewell address. He said, in quotes, "Of all the dispositions and habits which lead to political prosperity, religion and morality are indispensable supports. And let us with caution indulge the supposition that morality can be maintained without religion." He went on to say, "Whatever may be conceded to the influence of refined education on minds of peculiar structure, reason and experience both forbid us to expect that national morality can prevail in exclusion of religious principles. I think we should memorize our first president before these liberals and these progressives destroy our great country.